What's going on, everybody? It's your man Cleveland Terry, and today we're going to be talking about the Intimidator 260 made by Chauvet. Now, this is a fantastic moving head. It's small in stature. It has a super bright light. It is a great moving fixture, and you probably shouldn't buy it. So let's talk about that. Chauvet moving heads have been a staple for mobile DJs. Their most popular series, the Intimidator 350 and beyond, have given DJs and lighting companies quality equipment for a decent price. However, over time, DJs have found that they didn't need all the bells and whistles of the 350, but just needed a quality moving head with a strong light output that didn't break the bank. In comes the 260. At a little under $700 a fixture, the 260 is an appealing product, offering most of the features of its bigger brother at a price point over a third cheaper. This light screams instant purchase, and that's exactly what I did. Let's get the good out of the way. The fixture gives you pretty much everything you'd want in a moving head: a nice bright LED light with swappable gobos and a responsive color wheel. It offers zooming and a prism mode. It has really clean images, nice and crisp, and on top of it, it's super light. It has a good amount of company-created movement programs with excellent spread, and it has Totem Mode, which is the main reason I bought it. So, why don't I like it? Totem Mode leads me to the main problem. The problem that some people will consider a deal breaker. It's not designed to be used upright. Now, this may be an indictment on Chauvet as a whole, and I have a video coming out specifically about this, but they really want this light to be hung upside down. How do I know this? Two reasons: Totem Mode and light angles. A couple of years ago, Chauvet came out with this setting called Totem Mode, a way to prevent the moving head, which turns 360 degrees laterally and 270 degrees vertically, from going behind you. The lights should be kept on the dance floor and in front of the DJ where they belong. Now, there's no reason to go behind it, and it's one of the biggest complaints about the older lights. Like the 350 spot LED, people didn't want to program their lights. So the solution was Totem Mode. By setting Totem, you shrink the available radius of the fixture so the light only turns a specific way: 180 degrees left and 90 degrees up and down. Of course, that sounds great in theory, and it should work without a hitch, but it doesn't, because Chauvet never created any programs for that setting. If you run this in auto mode with Totem upright, it goes everywhere, up, down, left, and right, but down almost never happens. The light spends most of its time shooting straight up. The reason? Chauvet believes it should set it upside down. If that's the case, then why even put feet on this thing? In Totem mode, when the setting is set to up, the program should change for downward light shows. The second, and the biggest thing, the downward angle of the light is limited. It doesn't go down low enough to hit the center of the dance floor. Okay, so here is the problem with the Intimidator 260 versus the Intimidator LED 350. So I'm going to turn them on. And to my right is the Intimidator 350 angled to the right and down the lowest it can be. To my left is the 260, again angled cross to the left and bottom, the lowest it can be. So as you can see, this dance floor is relatively small. It's probably a 20 by 15 dance floor. But if this were normal and say it was a 20 by 20, 20 by 22, this one over here, which is the 350, would actually be in the center of the dance floor, crossing with the other 350. But as you can see with the 260s, it's all the way to the end of the dance floor. In fact, for this one, it's not even on the dance floor. So the problem with it is the actual bottom, the lowest it can go standing upright, is nowhere near the dance floor. So if you intended to use these for like some dance floor party lights or your honor dance or whatever the reason may be, you're not going to be able to use them on the dance floor, which is where you want them. Right now, the angle that I'm shooting, I'm just hitting the table. The table is the only thing being hit over and over again. There's nothing on the dance floor besides this one little random, nope, it's not even on the dance floor. There is nothing on the dance floor. At least with the 350, you get some movement. So I can only use these for top of the room lighting, to kind of light the ceiling, to kind of move around the back wall and so forth. But if I want to use it on the dance floor, I can't upright, and that's the issue. So in conclusion, it is a very good light if you don't plan on using them upright. If you plan on hanging them, you're not going to have any issues. This is going to be a fantastic light for you to use. But if you're going to plan on having them upright, I would suggest moving to a different moving head, possibly upgrading to the Intimidator 350s. Those are fantastic, as I talked about earlier. Those work, but these just weren't designed to be moving heads standing upright. As a matter of fact, while I was at NAMM, I did talk to some of the main guys there, and they said that they had no idea that this existed. Anyway, but again, if you plan on using them hanging upside down or sideways, you're gonna get everything you need out of this light. All right, guys, that's the end of my review. Once again, thank you guys for checking out my videos. I know you have lots of options out there, and you chose to look at mine, and I appreciate every single one of you. Make sure if you found this thing useful, you go ahead and hit that like button. And if you found it really useful, you hit that subscribe button. I post once or twice a week, all relating to DJ gear and DJ culture. Guys, always a pleasure. If I don't talk to you later, we'll talk soon. Peace.